back to work tomorrow. Don't want to go back to work. Gotta go back to work tomorrow. Don't want to go back to work. Boil this chicken, bake this chicken, make this rice, and all that good stuff. I just wanted to check in with y'all and just go down memory lane for a little bit. Today is gonna be Throwback Thursday. My son is grown. My kids are big now. I used to have to worry about medical bills. I used to have to worry about daycare expenses, and I'm so happy that I am done with those days. My kids are big, and I'm 38. I do not plan on having any more kids because I don't want to be in my late 30s like I am right now. I told y'all I'd be 39 this year, and I don't want to be pregnant in my late 30s, my 40s and 50s and 60s. You know, I just want to live life not being pregnant because I put in my time of being pregnant, being in labor when I was a young adult. I know some of my family members wanted me to like go to college and stay in college and not get pregnant, but life happened and I became a pregnant woman at the age of 18. I was a young adult. My mom was happy with me being pregnant, but there were some other family members, they weren't happy about me being pregnant. But I was 18, I graduated from high school. Okay, and if I got pregnant, that was my life and that was my personal decision, and I was an adult. And I was 18, I was a legal adult, so I made my decision to be a mom. Now that I'm 38 years old, my kids are big. I've said this before, probably in one of my other videos, like when I talked about me being pregnant at 18. I started, my family as a young adult, like I said, at 18. And now that I'm 38, I'm gonna be 39 in November. I'm not, I'm still young, I'm gonna be 40 one of these days, but I put in my time. I've lost my sleep. I've dropped out of college. I've given up my goals. That was a long time ago. Now I can work on my goals. Go back to school, like I mentioned to y'all before. But some people were not nice. Some people said some mean comments to me when I was younger, when I was a young parent at the age of 18. But that's okay. Now I think about it, they probably in their late 30s, the same age as me. They 38 and they probably pregnant. Well, I can say this, at least I started my family at the age of 18, and today my kids are big and I do not have to worry about no daycare expensive. Hallelujah, okay? Now, I don't want nobody to take that the wrong way. I understand that some ladies, y'all put y'all career first, you go to college, you get your college degrees and stuff. I'm all for that. Everybody's path in life is different, okay? I wanted to go to college and stuff, but then at the same time, I wanted to have a family. So I figured, okay, if I start my family at the age of 18, by the time I turn 38, the age that I am today, my kids will be big. They will no longer be babies, okay? So you have to know what you want for yourself. I knew that I wanted to be a mom, and then at the same time, I knew that I did not want to be, pregnant at the age of 39 going into my 40s. My kids are big now. I'm so proud of myself that, I started my family at the age of 18. My family was big on education. I still went to trade school and became a certified nurse assistant, made something of myself. And I'm proud of myself. I don't regret nothing in my life. If I had to start all over again, I would have still became a mom at the age of 18, okay? Because that was my personal decision to be a mom, because I did not want to be in my late 30s like I am today, okay? Starting my family. Look, I remember when medical bills were expensive and buying cases of diapers for my kids was very, very expensive. There was even a time when I had to like apply for a credit card just so that I could be able to buy my son things at Target at the time. And I think that was around the time Target was becoming popular. Wait, what year did Target even come out? Okay, I'll check into that later. But anywho, I remember I applied for a credit card when my son was a baby so that I can buy him the things that he needs, like new clothes, new shoes, baby formula and stuff. So it wasn't easy. And then at the same time, I tried to go back to college when my son was a baby. That didn't work out because college just was not paying the bills. Okay, and so I had to drop out of college again and then go to work. I knew I had to work because I needed money to take care of me and my son, and that's what I did. But it was hard. There was one time when I missed the payment on my credit card bill, and that was the start of me having bad credit. Thankfully, my credit is good nowadays, because at the time when I was like 18, 19, I was like, you know what, I'm messing up my credit, but later on in life, I plan on fixing my credit. So yes, it was a struggle. Like, I messed up my credit so that I could take care of my son. I was young. I knew that I needed to pay my credit card bills, but I didn't. But I'm glad that I fixed my credit now. I could have had good credit back then, but I was just young and I wasn't thinking. So it's always important to pay your bills. Pay your bills. It's good, you know. Build your credit. Have good credit, okay? Because when you go to buy a house or you go lease a car, companies, they look at your credit. Anywho, so I'm so happy I fixed my credit. Working was a challenge sometimes too, because you know how sometimes your boss will offer you overtime, like, okay, if you stay 4 hours extra, we'll pay you overtime, or if you work extra days, you get a certain amount of hours in 2 weeks, you'll have like overtime, right? Say if you work 88 hours in 2 weeks, sometimes that 8 hours would be overtime. When times like that came, I remember being at work and my boss stopped me and a couple other coworkers, and she was like, can anyone work, you know, an extra 6 hours after their shift today? And I said, I can't, because I don't have no babysitter for my son. I did have a babysitter, his dad, but I needed to get home to make dinner for my family, okay? Because my son's dad, he was like, you know, you need to get home, you know, because we got to cook dinner, we got to, you know, do laundry and stuff like that. So my family came first. I mean, although I could have worked like the extra hours, I did not, because I put my family first. I needed to go home and make dinner for my son and make dinner for his dad at the time. Because at that time, I was in a long-term relationship with my son's father. Yeah, so a lot of times when my son was a baby, I did not work a lot of overtime because I wanted to get home to my family. My family was first, okay? Because I was like, you know, my baby is little, I need to be at home. And my boss would be like, you know, y'all need to help out. And somebody, I'm like, I'm sorry, but my family comes first. And then there was another time at that job, my boss asked me and some other coworkers, can we work a few extra hours after our shift. I said no again. And I remember this lady laughing at me. She was like, aha, you have kids, aha. I don't have no kids. I don't have to worry about having a babysitter. I can work how many hours I want to work. That's what she said. That's what the nurse said to me, okay? What the nurse said to me. And I was like, what? I didn't even respond to her. I just looked at her. Sometimes I just let people talk. You just let people say whatever they want to say, okay? I'm like that. You can say whatever you want to say. Just say whatever you want to say, right? And I remember going home that day and I was like, I cannot believe she laughed at me because I'm a young adult and I decided to have my kids at a young adult age. Okay? I'm grown, but I decided to have kids. So you laughing at me because I'm 19, I'm 20, and I can't work overtime because I want to get home to my children and take care of my family? Some people were cruel. Look, I'm trying not to make this video to sound like I'm throwing shade or anything. I just want to tell y'all like the things that I went through when I was a younger adult, you know, raising my kids. Sometimes people used to make fun of me because I didn't go to a lot of places. Yeah, I went places, but my family was with me. So yeah, I mean, it's okay. Even at the time when the lady said that, you know, she don't have kids and she ain't got to worry about, you know, finding a babysitter and stuff. Like, I wasn't mad at her or anything. A lot of times I just look at people when they say like mean stuff and I just look over it because maybe at that time, you know, she was just speaking her mind and she probably didn't mean what she was saying or she probably meant it, but it's okay. But my kids are big now. I don't have to worry about daycare expensive. Those days are over with. I remember the last daycare bill I had was when my son was 6, okay? And that was a long time ago. But no more daycare bills, no more buying boxes of expensive diapers. You know, my kids are big. And now that I look back, I know that I should have continued going to college and stuff like that. Maybe I should have put my career first, but I was trying to be a young adult and have a career and be a mom at the same time. But then I had to give up my dreams of graduating from college and go to a trade school and just work in the medical field, you know? But I don't regret anything. The path that I thought that I was on for my life, oh, I'm gonna go to college and I'm gonna focus on my career. No, that wasn't the path for me. God had a different plan. I was a young adult and I was a mom at a young age. Some family members weren't happy about that, but I'm happy. My mom was happy for me. She was happy that, you know, I was gonna be a mom and stuff like that. I was grown. Yeah, and the lady that was saying that mean comment to me a long time ago, you know, I'm not mad at her. I mean, part of what she's saying was like true, you know, she's young, she was 20, she ain't got to worry about no, you know, daycare or, you know, stuff like that. She can work however, you know, that was her life, that's her decision. She decided, you know, not to start her family in her 20s, you know. I started my family at the age of 18. Everybody make decisions for themselves when you become an adult. But my decision was, you know what, I'm not about to be in my late 30s. Started my family. yeah, I'm proud to be a mom. I'm proud that I got through the struggle because it wasn't easy. I wasn't a single parent. At the time, I was in a relationship with my son's father, you know, but we still struggled here and there, you know. There was one time back then I was a stay-home mom. I made sure the house was clean. I cooked breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And my son's father, he worked every day, you know. And then I told him one day, I said, you know what, I need to go back to work. But anywho, I just really wanted to tell y'all a little bit of my story. I don't want nobody to get offended. I'm not here to throw shade. Although I said, you know, I started my family at the age of 18. That was my personal decision because I did not want to be later on in life 38 like I am today. I'm 38, you know. I don't want to be starting a family at this age, you know, because I'm getting older. So that's why I chose to start my family at the age of 18. That was my personal decision. I'm just here to share with y'all part of my story. I'm not throwing shade at any women out there who are in their late 30s like me and they're just now starting their family. Maybe that's your decision that you made to start your family later on, you know, when you get in your late 30s. That's your personal decision. But I feel like this, some people shouldn't make fun of you because you're in your late 30s and you decide to start your family in your late 30s. Don't feel bad. Some people made fun of me when I was 18, you know, when I started my family. So I feel like this either way, some people just go make fun of you. Some people just go make fun of you. I know I experienced that. I really did. I experienced that. As an adult, we make our own decisions for ourselves. And I just felt like, you know, if I start my family at 18, later on in life, I'm gonna be 39 this year, I can look back and say, well, you know, my kids are big now. And, you know, I gave up my goals and dreams a long time ago for them, but it's made me into the person that I am today. I have a career, you know, I'm a certified nurse assistant. You know, I can always go back to school. There's always hope, you know, and stuff like that. But yeah, I just wanted to talk to y'all a little bit. I'm gonna keep this video short. I gotta get ready for bed in a little bit. I'll talk to y'all next time in the next vlog. I'm gonna just keep this short, all right? Bye.